I never thought silence could be so loud. Christmas lights blinked red and green across the windshield, while I sat still behind the wheel, hands on 10 and 2, like I learned back in training, and in the passenger seat, my wife was laughing. Her laugh had always been soft now. It was sharp-clipped, like it belonged to someone else entirely. This coward soldier might pee in his pants if you threaten him like this. She said that with her hand on his thigh, not mine. He leaned into the driver's side window like he owned the road the night the air I breathed, a badge on his chest, a smirk under his mustache. "I'm taking your car, your house, and your wife, soldier." He said that word for word, as if he'd practiced it in the mirror. But the funny thing is, he didn't even know what I did for a living. Not really. It started with the quiet, the kind of quiet that crawls in after the warmth, leaves the bed, the kind that turns shared coffee into solo mornings, the kind where you start knocking on your own front door, even with your own key. She used to wait for me, wait for letters when I was deployed, wait for the sound of my boots on the porch. I'd come home to her asleep on the couch, with a book in her lap, some dumb movie on mute, but she was there. And then she wasn't. New passwords, smudged lipstick. When she said she'd just been at work, text messages. She tilted away from my eyes, work dinners that went later than restaurants stayed open. I wanted to believe her, I did, but belief is a knife with two handles, cut yourself or cut away. So I did what I was trained to do, observe, gather, assess, act. Not with rage, with reason. First, the finances. She was bleeding our accounts slowly, like a leak in a hall, quiet but deadly. Then the phone burner, hidden in the back of her drawer, messages from him, Officer Daniel Briggs, patrol cop, decorated, divorced twice, likes motorcycles and married women. I knew his schedule before he knew my name. I knew where he parked when he wasn't supposed to be on our street. I knew where they met when she said she was at book club. I knew he brought her flowers that night. I came home early and found petals in the trash. I didn't confront, I calculated. Moved half our savings to a private account she didn't know existed, sold the investment property in Colorado, rewrote the will, updated the trust, filed for divorce, in a state where adultery strips you of spousal support. But I smiled through dinners, held her hand at church, kissed her forehead, and said nothing. Because power is silent and revenge wears a suit and tie. And now, Christmas Eve, she made me drive her to his house, said she forgot her purse there after yoga. He pulled us over 5 blocks from his place, flipped on his lights, for no reason at all, maybe just to play God, maybe just to watch me squirm, but I didn't squirm, I watched. "Step out the car, soldier," he said, like he was barking commands, like he knew what real authority looked like, as if he was speaking to the man I pretended to be. My wife laughed again, tossed her blonde hair like she was already living her new life. Her eyes didn't look at me, they looked through me. And that was fine. Because the dashcam in his cruiser was rolling, because I'd sent everything, photos, texts, bank records, body cam footage, from 2 private investigators straight to internal affairs this morning, and because my lawyer was waiting for the call he knew was coming tonight. When Officer Briggs put his hands on me, I didn't flinch. I let him feel like a man, let him drag me halfway out the car. Then I pulled out my badge. Not a soldier, not anymore. Federal Counterintelligence Internal Corruption Task Force. His hand froze. My wife's laugh cut off mid-note. "You're under review for abuse of authority and falsification of incident reports." I said that quietly, calmly. I didn't need to yell. The moment screamed for itself. Court was swift. Turns out he'd done this before, just never to someone who fought wars in shadow. He lost the badge, the pension, the second home he used as a love nest. My wife, now ex, tried to crawl back when she realized she'd been written out of everything. I gave her one sentence, no anger, no hate. Just this: you chose a badge over a man. Now neither wants you. I didn't go to the sentencing. I went hiking. Instead, no reception, no noise, just the sound of boots on gravel and a sky so wide it made me feel small in a good way. I'm not angry, not bitter, not broken. Just free. And sometimes, freedom feels like silence, but the right kind, the kind that holds peace instead of secret. Please like, subscribe, and share.